All right. So today we are going to be talking about the ancient Egyptians' religion, kind of some of the religious practices, how it was used. Not getting into mummification. That's going to be a separate presentation for you. Today we're just going to talk about just the religion, some of the gods. So first, our key facts. The Egyptian religion was polytheistic, just like the Mesopotamians who worshipped many gods. They had gods for all different things, and they all worship these gods in different ways depending on what city you lived in. It was a very important factor for everyday life for Egyptians. A lot of their religion dictated most of what they did throughout the day. It was a very ritualistic society. And third, they built temples for their gods all over their kingdoms. So the way that would work is each city would have their own god that they held in the most esteem. For instance, in Memphis, the people would pray to Ptah, who is the creator of the earth. So pre-First Dynasty practices, this is before the Old Kingdom even began. Each village would worship their own gods, and the original First Dynasty in Egypt was able to unite the kingdom, and one of the ways that they did it was using religion. Each city was then, and the Egyptian government officials would go to each city, and within there, they would give out the gods that were to be prayed to. Now, each city would pray to these gods in a different way. However, throughout the entire kingdom, these same gods were being worshipped. So, like I said before, each city would have their own temple for its specific god. And this is an example of the temple over there on your right that's carved in. For example, Memphis prayed to Ptah. So each city had their own temple that they were in charge of building. People would come from all over to visit these different temples, depending on what you needed. Last are our type of gods. They had gods for mostly everything, many things. So most of these gods were a mix of human and animal form. We're going to see a couple examples real quick. This first one, this is Re, the sun god. So he's the god in charge of the sun. If you had a rainy season going on, they would pray to Re for the sun to come back out. Next, this is Osiris. He is the god of the underworld. He's the great judge of the living and the dead, especially. Next, here is Horus. He is the sky god. All right, he looks very similar if we go back to Re. However, he is different. He is Horus. You can tell he's different by the hat he's wearing here. He's a sky god. You can see he has that bird face. And his job is he is the god of the pharaohs. He guides the pharaohs. The pharaohs themselves are gods also, but he is the god of the pharaohs. And our last example here is Anubis. And Anubis is the god of the dead. He has this human body and this jackal head. And you can see here, this is the scale that they use. This is half of it. On the other side over here would be your heart. What Anubis would do in order to judge it was put a feather on one side of the scale, put your heart on the other. If they weighed the same amount, the person was allowed into the underworld, and he was allowed to enter the afterlife. If the heart was heavier, they were not. So there's a little snapshot into Egyptian religion. Next, you're going to click on the link that's within this choice activity and do your own further research. Thanks for watching.